The announcement stream for the Age of War Chapter 3 is creeping up quite quickly, there's only a couple of days to go. However, yesterday the Conan Exiles Twitter account sent out a very interesting tweet. Usually we do get one or two cryptic teasers before these updates drop, and this one is quite interesting seeing as we don't really know what's coming in the next chapter aside from the PvE raids. So with that, let's look at the tweet. The barkeep grins at you. Welcome, Exile, take a seat. I've got a jungle grog that will melt your boots. Say, that your blood? You know what? Not my business. Rumours are flooding in, adventurer. Listen to this. This tweet comes alongside a video that appears to show what looks like a tavern. That's further reinforced by the words above and, well, especially the beer emoji, but I think this tweet is particularly interesting. Now unfortunately it doesn't seem there's too much to be delved from the setting of the video included, although I'm pretty sure if you look really closely in the back you can kind of see some new building pieces and it does look like a new shelf on the right side. There's also a couple new placeables on the bar and it does look like possibly thralls sat at the bar, which is very interesting as they currently can't sit on any objects. There is also another thrall that leans and cleans the bar, so this might possibly be a tease for some new emotes, or maybe this is a new workbench of some sort. As for the text itself, most of it seems fairly inconsequential. The jungle grog line is probably just a throwaway, although seeing as this is a tavern then possibly you could buy drinks from an NPC in here. The line about blood is pretty much irrelevant, but the final section, rumours are flooding in, is quite interesting. Now truth be told, I don't really know what to make of this, seeing as the only real feature we know of for certain for the Age of War Chapter 3 is those aforementioned PvE raids. I think if we are potentially looking at a tavern, maybe some sort of quest or series of quests could be set here or at least originate from here. My initial thought was that maybe this is part of a new camp or it's in a pre-existing settlement, as the background and the building materials does look distinctly Aesir or Vanir. The female NPC on the right hand side also seems to be wearing Nordheimer gear, which would fit with that assumption. However, the NPC behind the bar is not wearing Nordheimer gear, she's actually wearing Relic Hunter, and the guy on the left side seems to be wearing Numidian. I think it might be the Numidian peasant set, but I'm not 100% certain. So it seems like that isn't the case, that it will be a new building or a new vendor within a pre-existing settlement. However, that line about rumours definitely does lead me to think maybe there's some sort of quest. So far, in comparison to the Age of Sorcery, the Age of War has been fairly light on lore and story, which is understandable. The Age of Sorcery was extremely narrative heavy, so the Age of War has been way more focused on gameplay. In my opinion, the lore has served more as a backdrop, not in a bad way, but definitely as a backdrop to the much needed changes to the Purge and other systems like that that's happened this age. However, they could be establishing a new story that will lead us into the next age that will begin next year, or perhaps this is somehow going to tie into the PvE raid to cap off the general story of the Stygian army from the Age of War. I'll be honest, there isn't really a lot to go on here, so it's all just really guesses and conjecture, but even though we don't have the answers, there is some very interesting stuff in this small snippet. Of course, we don't have long to wait until we find out exactly what this tweet refers to, as the reveal stream for the next chapter of the Age of War happens on November 16th, this Thursday, at 11 AM EST or 5 PM CET. This is the final chapter of the Age of War, and as I've already mentioned, aside from the PvE raid, we don't really know what's going to be in this update, so it'll be interesting to see what's coming. I'm going to be watching the stream live, but if you can't make it, I will be recapping the stream in detail on this channel the day after on the Friday, so if you don't have that hour and a half to spare for the stream, then, come watch my video instead. Thank you for watching, and of course a massive thanks to our wonderful esteemed coffee cultists for continuing to support the channel over on Patreon. Do leave a comment and let me know what your thoughts on this tweet are. It's not terribly cryptic, but also there isn't really a lot to go on here, so I think this is more a teaser as opposed to anything we need to decode, but alas, some of you might have some better ideas than I did. Again, thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you soon.